So Matt, have you ever spilt something in the car and you just don't feel like going to the car wash to vacuum it out? Well, today's product will let you stay at home and clean up that mess. Today's product is the DeWalt 20-volt MAX Cordless Wet-Dry Vacuum. So what's in the box, Matt? It's a beautiful DeWalt product.
You know, I really love DeWalt boxes, the yellow.
Yeah.
And it's just the perfect
It's
color.
iconic.
It is, right? So, Gary, the reason I picked out this vacuum over all the other ones out there and available right now is the fact that it uses the DeWalt batteries.
Yeah.
Right? So,
let me just real quickly tell everybody what's in the box. So, out of the box, you've got the 8-pound cordless wet-dry vac, as we see there. Comes with a 5-foot heavy-duty crush-resistant hose. You're looking at about 1.25 inches in diameter on that bad boy. It comes with 1 crevice tool attachment and 1 wide nozzle tool attachment. And then, of course, a filter. It's a good-looking unit, and you continue where you were heading there with what really makes this thing unique, and that's the batteries, right?
no cord, right? All those DeWalt batteries that you have for all those other DeWalt tools that you purchased over the years, just take that battery, you pop it right in there like that. Look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And look at the way the attachments are set up on it. Sorry, I shouldn't have pulled it off on that side, but you can see, I mean, it's just so clean. And the way it's been designed here, I mean, it literally is like version, 5.0 of a product, which I love, right? That when you see products start to mature, and this is definitely a case of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you've got any of the DeWalt products or similar batteries, right, that would work, that's what really makes, this thing valuable and cost effective, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you've got the batteries, because I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but this unit does not come with a battery or a charger.
Yes.
And so, again, if you've got, the DeWalt family of products, you obviously most likely have some of the batteries. And so you've got a 60 volt. This is a 20 volt battery typically, but you've got the 60 volts. So tell the folks why that's kind of an interesting deal.
Yeah. So again, DeWalt battery. Well, first off, the DeWalt tools have they can be a 60 volt tool, like a leaf blower or a weed whacker. There's some 40 volt tools out there, and then they have like the drills and stuff, which are all 20 volt drills or 20 volt tools. And because of that, you have the batteries in different sizes. So you can see all these two here are 20 volts, and even those are different sizes, right? So in the 20 volts, you have one that might have, I don't know how many amp hours this is, but that's how much electricity it holds. So what I love about the vacuum is the fact that you can use the 60 volt, even though it's a 20 volt tool, you can use these 60 volt flex batteries in it. And I mean, if this thing runs for 20 minutes on a 20 volt, it's going to run for an hour on a 60 volt. So you're getting, 3 times as much energy or usage from it. So to me, that's awesome. You have 2-3 of these batteries with you, and you could vacuum a 3,000 square foot house without running out of battery.
Well, that's not really the mission for this bad boy, right? You're going to be using this to hit the car. If you do construction, let's say you're an electrician and you want to make sure that your workspace is cleaned up after you've done your job, perfect for that kind of stuff, right?
Or really cleaning the car.
The boat, in your situation, the RV, right? Perfect for that. 2-gallon capacity on this bad boy. And the most critical differentiator, wet dry.
Yeah.
So let's get into
let's see it
a
work.
little demo and see how this bad boy number one picks up some water, and number two, we'll got some coffee grounds over there.
Let's show with coffee grounds first. So we got them set up over here. Got our vacuum. Let's see how this thing sucks.
All right, let's do it. Not bad. Not bad. Nice. No. I mean, not the toughest duty there, picking up coffee grounds, but shoot, man, it did a good job at that. All right, so what I really want to see is I want to see this thing empty this bucket of water. So we're looking at what, a gallon and a half?
Yep.
Gallon and a half of water. So the capacity on this thing, as I said a second ago, is 2 gallons. But let's see how it does with this bucket. Now, think of this bucket maybe as, what if you had a toilet that you were going to change? This thing would empty the toilet easily, right, Matt?
Yeah. So what about 2.5 gallons in a toilet? And that's what this holds.
So perfect for that.
Yeah. Have you ever vacuumed out a toilet though?
No.
I'm not sure I would recommend.
Well, I mean, if you're a plumber and you're on the job and you've got to change out the toilet, you know, that's like, you got to get it done, right?
Yeah.
So vacuuming maybe is not the best way to do that, but it can be done. So
we ready to suck up this water?
Let's do it.
Let's make Gary some coffee. So let's make it pretty quick work of it. I mean, water for a vacuum is probably one of the hardest things to vacuum up or to suck up. And look at that. It destroyed that gallon and a half of water in literally 30 seconds.
That's solid.
Yeah.
I love that. Could sit here and do that all day, man.
Where's your coffee cup?
No, I'm good.
Let me
I'm
throw
good.
it in reverse.
No. But can you do a reverse? Would it blow the water out?
It does. You know, that's the coolest thing about it. It's not going to blow the water out.
Okay.
But it is like a true wet dry vac in that, you know.
Well, that's the other thing too, Matt, right? Is you can use this as to blow up your air mattress.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or suck the air out of the cooler that we did last week.
That's right. We did the Angle BP25.
That's right.
It had a vacuum suction thing there. So
I mean, so with the blow, I mean, you could blow up a paddleboard with that. I mean, there's plenty of you know, both sucking and blowing power there. So, and for the price.
Yeah, what are we looking at here? $109.
I mean,
yeah.
Show me a better value out there.
3-year warranty.
Yeah.
If you've got any of the DeWalt 20-volt batteries, you're going to be set. I like this thing. I like this thing.
I mean, the size is perfect for me.
So what'd you like about it?
I like the size, and I love the batteries. This is the game changer for me. And not having a cord on a vacuum, I mean, I think at least 50% of the time when I need to use a vacuum, there isn't a cord around, or a close one. Right. And I have to go get an extension cord or something like that. So I love that about it.
What don't you like?
I'd probably have to use it a little more. I had a little higher expectations with the coffee grounds.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of expecting it just to suck them all up in one instance, but the reality of it is it was blowing in the same side of the unit where I was sucking it up. So it was kind of sucking and blowing them, the grounds around at the same time. So, I don't know. I love how it looks. I can't find anything off the top where I dislike about it.
I mean, it's a great brand, right? We're big fans of the DeWalt brand on the channel. Are there more powerful vacuums in this category? Sure, absolutely. But from what I've read and researched, none have better battery capacity. So we're looking at around 8 hours is what kind of some of the tests that I've looked at are running, which is far and away better than some of the other brands that are making this kind of 8-pound, wet dry cordless vacuum. So
Yeah.
I think it's a nice unit, especially if you've got some of the DeWalt batteries in your arsenal already, right?
Right. Or
So-
if you're like a handyman, or let's say you're a floor installer and you're out there cutting wood floors, and you just hook that nozzle up to your miter saw,
Yeah.
and it's sucking up the sawdust as you're working. So I think in that case, again, where an outlet might not be available, this is perfect, absolutely perfect.
All right, Matt. I think the people are waiting. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do we rate it?
I think right now I'd give it a solid 8. I mean, I'm not blown away by anything on it. It's vacuum, so I don't see any reason to go higher than that, but there's nothing wrong with this thing.
Yeah, so I think an 8 is justified if you're in the DeWalt family
Yeah.
and you've got those batteries.
Yeah.
That's the real differentiator with this bad boy, right?
Yeah.
So, how do you get your hands on one of these? Well, you got a couple options. You can follow our purchase link that we've included in the description below and up in the top right and pick one up for $109.99. Or, Matt, you can enter the Review to You drawing and
That's
try to
right.
win ours for free. The rules are very simple now. To enter, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and find the hashtag we've hidden somewhere in today's review. Once you've done all three of those things, click on the link in the description. That's how we enter now. And enter the hidden hashtag that we showed you in today's review. That's it. Now you're entered. From Matt and Gary, we'll see you guys next time.